This midday, we're learning new details about Ryan Newman's injuries. The NASCAR driver now says that he suffered a head injury in that horrific crash at the Daytona 500 1 week ago. But he also says that he's really eager to get back behind the wheel of his race car. NBC's Sam Brock reports.
Green flag in Las Vegas.
Missing in Las Vegas this weekend, Ryan Newman whizzing around the track. But his spirit was certainly felt as he reached out to fans following last week's frightening crash, apologizing for not being at the track in person.
The outpouring of emotion from not only the NASCAR community, but across the country has been truly humbling.
The president of his racing team reading a heartfelt statement from Newman, who last Wednesday walked out of a Florida hospital hand in hand with his two daughters.
I want to personally thank everyone, including the man upstairs, for their support, encouragement, and the numerous offers of assistance.
To the inside, Newman to the front.
Last Monday at the Daytona 500, Newman leading in the final lap until he was bumped from behind, his car careening out of control, crashing into a wall, then going airborne before flipping and catching fire. In his statement, Newman crediting the hospital staff at Daytona Beach Halifax Medical Center with helping save his life, and also his racing team for building a car that allowed him to survive such a crash. The team president calling the accident and its aftermath an emotional roller coaster.
It was looking like it was going to be a storybook race for us and a great start to the season. And all that changed in an instant, and we go from not caring about the race, not caring about the competition. In fact, I'm not sure that we knew who had actually won the race until a few hours later, because the whole focus was on Ryan's safety and well-being.
NASCAR's Rocket Man acknowledging he still has some healing to do.
I did sustain a head injury for which I'm currently being treated,
but says he's eager to get back on the track. In Vegas over the weekend, another driver filling in for Newman in car number 6.
I'm looking forward to getting behind the wheel and battling for another race win.
Sure he is. That's it for KPRC Channel 2 News at midday. Thanks for joining us. The news at noon starts right now.
Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at noon.
Breaking news right now at noon. Stocks taking a major dive all around the world. In New York, the Dow is down nearly 1,000 points. Ahead, what's causing the sell-off? Also breaking, Harvey Weinstein found guilty in his sexual assault trial. Ahead, the more serious charges he was not convicted on by jurors. Plus, here is a live look at the radar. We've been dodging and dealing with the rain all day, but the strongest showers are now moving out to the east. Ahead, Britta Merwin shows us what to expect for the rest of the day. Now to breaking news we've been tracking out of New York. That is where jurors have found Harvey Weinstein guilty in his sexual assault trial, and the judge ordered he be jailed immediately. He was found guilty of committing a criminal sex act in the first degree involving one woman and rape in the third degree involving another woman. A New York jury acquitted the disgraced movie mogul on the more serious charges of predatory sexual assault involving the two women. Jurors deliberated for 26.5 hours over a 5-day period before reaching the verdict this morning. Also breaking on Wall Street right now, stock markets all over the world are taking a big hit as the coronavirus fears continue to spread. Taking a live look at the big board this afternoon, the Dow plunged nearly 1,000 points at the opening bell. And we've just learned the CDC has confirmed there are 53 cases here in the U.S. In Italy, 50,000 people in the north were told to stay home. It has the 5th most cases in the world. Meanwhile, in South Korea, there have been 7 deaths and nearly 800 confirmed cases. And aboard the Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan, a 3rd passenger has now died. Fears of the virus spreading have sparked a backlash from some states receiving evacuees.
We're a compassionate community, but we are not going to continue to be the place where everybody drops off their crises.
The city of Costa Mesa in California filed a temporary restraining order against setting up a quarantine site at a state hospital there. Now to the long-awaited memorial for basketball legend and great Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. Thank you for joining us this noon. I'm Christine Noel. At this hour, people are entering the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where the service is about to get underway. Thousands of fans, friends, loved ones, family members filling up the arena where Kobe played for so many years. NBC's Jay Gray is joining us live outside of Staples Center with more on what he's seeing on this emotional day. Jay?
Hey, Christine. Yeah, and 20,000 fans will be inside the Staples Center. This thing's supposed to start in the next few minutes, but if we take a live look, you can see there are still fans pouring inside. So I think it may be delayed just a bit to let everyone get in to be a part of what is being called a celebration of life for Kobe Bryant, for his daughter Gigi, and for the 7 others who were on that chopper when it went down just about a month ago in the hills outside of Los Angeles. Fans will be watching not only here, but across the country and around the world. Here's what a few had to say about remembering Kobe.
I couldn't believe it. I still can't wrap my head around it.
After everyone gets that closure in LA, I think it'll be more happiness in LA for him and his daughter.
Yeah, trying to work through this, and they have been for almost a month. You remember when the chopper first went down, for the next several days, hundreds of thousands gathered in this area outside of the Staples Center. Today, though, police are asking that fans stay away, that they want to only let those who have tickets move into the arena and keep this area clear and safe. So they've locked down all of the streets around the arena. The businesses are closed. The giant video boards that are located here won't be showing the memorial. There will be other spots across the city where fans can gather and watch the memorial together. Should be a special day, Christine, and one that I think this city is looking forward to so they can move on.
Certainly, Jay, we appreciate the update on what's going on out there. Thank you. And you can see the service in its entirety on our website, clicktohouston.com. Just click on the story on our homepage. Turning now to our forecast, it is kind of a dreary, rainy start to this work week, but when will the sunshine return? For that, we turn to meteorologist Britta Merwin. Good morning or good afternoon. What will come with the sunshine? Yes.
Good afternoon. Yeah, a lot of changes for this work week. Right now, we're still working through some rain just directly at the coast. So here in Houston, the rain is done. If you're heading out, you're going to have an easier time navigating the streets. But in Galveston, it's still coming down in buckets. I mean, take a live look at Moody Gardens. We also have thunder and lightning across the area. This is what it looks like on exact track radar. So again, the heaviest rain just now getting into Galveston. It's going to take at least 45 minutes for that to work its way through the island. And then we get to clean things up. Looking pretty good. We don't have a lot of cold air behind the system, though. That is still yet to come, but it is on the way. Today, we're going to top off in the mid to upper 70s. There's a chance that we could see a break of sunshine. And if that happens, you will quickly get up to about 78 degrees. For areas that do not see sun, I would anticipate the low to mid 70s, but that's still very warm for this time of year. And we'll keep it warm for tonight. The cold air, that will be arriving later tomorrow night. And we're talking about a freeze here in Houston, Christine. I'll time it out coming up. Over to you.
All right, Britta, thank you. New developments now in a story we first broke last night at 10. A man now in custody in connection with a shooting that injured 7 people at a flea market. Channel 2's Taisha Walker is joining us in North Harris County with the latest on this.
The man whose gun went off inside of this crowded flea market last night has been charged this morning. We know that we just got the mugshot of 25-year-old Jose Manuel Guerrero Reyes into our newsroom. He has been charged with aggravated assault. Reyes was taken into custody last night after his gun went off at the Mercado Sábado Domingo. Hundreds of families were gathered at the Airline Drive flea market for a dance. Partygoers said they recalled hearing a single gunshot. Harris County deputies say a 30-year-old man was shot in the thigh. He's in good condition today, expected to make a recovery. Now, 6 others between the ages of 26 and 43 years old were injured by the bullet's fragments when it ricocheted. Reyes told deputies that the shooting was not intentional.
The defendant stated he was intoxicated and that he accidentally fired his weapon when he was retrieving his hand from his right front pocket, and that he had forgot he had cocked the trigger. He thought, when asked what he thought happened to those people that got shot, the defendant advised when he shot his gun, his bullet ricocheted off the ground and hit the people.
None of the 7 people injured suffered any life-threatening injuries. We do know that Reyes is in jail this morning on a $40,000 bond. In North Harris County, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Now the latest information after a 5-year-old girl was shot inside of an apartment this morning. At this hour, police are searching for her teen brother. This happened at an apartment complex on West 34th Street near Mangum overnight. Investigators say the girl's mother woke up to the gunshot in the middle of the night and then found her daughter injured. We're told her 14-year-old son panicked, picked up a gun, and then ran away. The girl was rushed to the hospital and she is expected to survive. Meantime, terrifying moments for a family in in southwest Houston. Thieves forced their way into their home, opening fire inside. This all happened on Heatherbrook and Fleetwell Drive. Police say the two men held a 20-year-old man at gunpoint while they ransacked that home. Also inside was a grandmother and father. A bullet was fired and then ricocheted off of the ground, injuring the 20-year-old's hand. Police say the men got away with phones and other electronics. Breaking news this morning or afternoon, our local Mesa community, our local NASA community is mourning the death of Katherine Johnson. She was one of the NASA mathematicians depicted in the Oscar-nominated movie Hidden Figures. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine wrote on Twitter that she was an American hero and her pioneering legacy will never be forgotten. Johnson was 101 years old. A developing story overseas where President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump began their first official visit to India. The couple explored the ground of the Taj Mahal during a guided tour. Tomorrow, the president is scheduled to have a series of meetings with India's political and business elites now that the country has become one of America's biggest trade partners. Today, embattled actor Jussie Smollett appeared in court for the first time on new charges. He has pleaded not guilty. Smollett is accused of lying to police about being targeted in a racist attack last year. Police determined that attack never happened. His case was originally dismissed, but he was indicted again earlier this month. Now to a developing story we've been tracking for weeks out of Dallas. A wrecking ball is now on site of an elevator shaft that has become a tourist attraction. That wrecking ball is being used to tear down the building known as now the Leaning Tower of Dallas that withstood an implosion earlier this month. And caught on camera, new video out of Colorado ahead. What happened after a snowmobiler caused an avalanche that buried his friend who was behind him at the time?
And we're working our way through the last batch of rain. We're going to see a dry afternoon, but a big blast of winter air is on the way. I'll time it out coming up.
Plus, the Democratic presidential candidates are now looking forward to Super Tuesday. Next, how some are already focusing their time on Texas and your vote. Next on Channel 2 News at noon.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
Decision 2020 now, where Bernie Sanders has emerged as the front runner among the Democrats after his big win in Nevada. He took a victory lap at the University of Houston yesterday in front of a packed crowd. As NBC's Tracy Potts shows us, Sanders and the rest of the candidates now looking towards Super Tuesday.
After placing second in Nevada and slipping in national polls, former Vice President Joe Biden tells MSNBC overnight he's counting on South Carolina to pull ahead.
They know me. They know me really well. They know, they know I've had Barack's back. They know that Bernie wanted a primary Barack in 2012, didn't like what we were doing. Tried to take down Obamacare.
Senator Bernie Sanders won Nevada. Now he's trying to flip the script in Texas, a Republican stronghold.
If our people stand together, come out to vote, we're going to win here in Texas.
Sanders says he learned a month ago that Russia was trying to interfere in his campaign and President Trump's. The national security advisor says there's no evidence.
What I've heard is that Russia would like Bernie Sanders to win the Democrat nomination. I haven't seen any intelligence that there's any active measures by the Russians to try and get the president reelected.
Why would I get out?
Pete Buttigieg and Senators Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar are fighting for big wins in the South.
I want nothing more than to win big. I do not want us to eke by a victory at 4 in the morning.
I've got the resources to be able to fight these fights. It's just up to me to get out there and do it.
Virginia, I think you are going to help make me the next president of the United States.
Billionaire Tom Steyer is also on the ballot in South Carolina. He's polling in third place.
As for the other billionaire in the race, Michael Bloomberg, still running a lot of ads, but he won't be on the South Carolina ballot. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
And a reminder for Texas voters, early voting now underway for the March primaries. There are also several statewide races and legislative seats. Voters can cast ballots at any polling location in the county. Early voting ends February 28th and Election Day is March 3rd. The New York Fire Department today is mourning the death of another firefighter who died of a 9/11 related cancer. Firefighter Daniel Foley, a 21-year veteran of the department, passed away on Saturday at the age of only 46 after battling pancreatic cancer. Foley spent months at Ground Zero looking for victims of the World Trade Center attacks, which included his brother, who was also a firefighter and was killed that day. Foley was cited 10 separate times for his bravery. He is survived by his wife and 5 children. From a tragedy to a miracle that was caught on camera, 2 snowmobilers were going up a mountain in Colorado when moments later one of them triggers an avalanche. Snow quickly covered them and the sled. Fortunately, one of the men, their head ended up above the snow, and his friends were able to help dig him out. Colorado authorities released the video to serve as a warning to other riders. And as someone who lived in Colorado for 5 years, this is something that can happen far too easily. So just a reminder for folks that they're traveling to the high country for spring break to go ski, just stay in the areas that are designated.
I mean, a lot of people that do backcountry, they have the beacons on them, but honestly, sometimes it isn't enough.
Right,
So
Mother Nature is very forceful when it comes to snow in the mountains. So.
Take those warnings. Weather here, very quiet now, not so much this morning, and it's still a little wild in Galveston. We're working through that rain that moved through during the morning rush, but we're almost through it. Look at this photo that came in on our weather app. Ted says no golf today. No. Well, Ted, don't worry. We have more dry weather on the way, but definitely it was super soggy. This is what it looks like in Galveston right now. They're still taking it. We have some buckets of water coming down, thunder and lightning. The good news is this is the tail end, and then we're going to dry things out for the rest of the day. So here's a look at exact track radar. Thunderstorms at the coast again over the next hour. This will push out, and then we'll just be left with cloudy skies. Now, we could see breaks of sunshine this afternoon, and that is going to really determine what your temperature is going to be. It's going to be warm for everyone. I mean, right now we're in the upper 60s, low 70s. That is above average for this time of year. But if we see a break of sunshine, we'll easily be pushing about 78 degrees. The majority of us sitting in the mid 70s, a warm day. We do have cold air on the way, so get out there and enjoy it. We're expecting temperatures to be in the mid 70s, and then tonight we'll keep it mild in the 60s. So when does that cold air arrive? Well, we had the cold front roll through this morning. A second front that will not bring us rain on Tuesday is going to usher in that strong north wind, and that strong north wind is going to be pulling in that cold air. So let's take you hour by hour. 3 o'clock after school pickup, rain is done, mild temperatures in the 70s. We wake up tomorrow in the 60s, and then that cold front starts moving its way through. Now for tomorrow, our winds are still coming from the southwest, especially south of I-10, so our temperatures are still going to be mild out there, and the latest computer model run actually showing a little slower timeline for that second front. So we'll continue to watch that trend. Meanwhile, the cold air will definitely be here by Wednesday morning, and we're waking up in the 40s. By Wednesday afternoon, we're struggling to get to the low 50s, and then we're setting the stage for a really cold night. Both Wednesday night and Thursday night, our temperatures are dropping to the 30s. So if you decide to do some early planting, this is your big heads up. We're expecting freezing temperatures Wednesday night into Thursday morning, even here in town, and we'll be in the mid 30s in town for Friday morning. The good news is, despite the fact that we have cold air in place, we have beautiful sunshine for rodeo cook-off, and heading into the rodeo parade, we're just going to have some chilly temperatures. We'll start to warm things up as we get closer to the parade on Saturday.
Yeah, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, and Dynamo, by the way, their Houston opener is going to be on Saturday.
There we go.
So go on out and support them. I think we're taking on LA Galaxy.
All right, Britta, thank you. And hey, on this rainy Monday, many of us might be looking forward to spring break coming up and hopefully vacationing on a sunny beach. Derek and Lauren are here now with a look ahead to Houston Life. Happy Monday, guys.
Oh, happy Monday, Christine. We had a nice little weekend, including you, Christine, down in Mardi Gras. You can probably hear it in my voice.
Same. I had to clear my throat and with some hot tea this morning.
It wasn't just the parade, it was the after party, the festivities. And if you guys have never been down to Mardi Gras Galveston, you got to check it out. You hit all the stops, Lauren.
I was at the San Luis Salute. I got a behind-the-scenes look at the float house. It was amazing. We'll recap all of it because we have some really cool pictures and video that I think we're going to share with our viewers today. I think it's okay to share with them.
I think so, too. You're going to let them in on your little secrets. By the way, I heard you were hanging out with Tillman on his yacht.
Oh, you know, just had to take my shoes off and get on. If that was the only rule, sign me up.
Well, by the way, Lil Jon performed at the San Luis Hotel at an after party. You know that song, Shots, 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 Shots?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a bit of dancing to that song. We will recap the whole thing, Christine. Also today, as you mentioned, we're talking about spring break.
Right.
And as we are gearing up to go out of town, there are a lot of safety concerns that we need to be thinking about and talking to our families about. Rania Mankarius from Crime Stoppers is going to walk us through it rather. And it could be as simple as posting on social media like, hey, we're leaving town. She's going to give us the do's and don'ts, advice to protect our homes, advice to keep our families, our loved ones safe when we travel. And she always has great advice. And I think it's important that we all remember you want to have a great spring break, but you want to be safe while doing so.
Okay.
I'm going to go get some hot tea before 1 o'clock, Christine. Any tips for me? You look well rested.
And the honey helps a lot. But you guys, you know, it was such a pleasure to work with both of you for Mardi Gras Galveston. We had such a good time. And for all of our viewers that tuned in and showed up out there for the parade, a big thank you. And we can't wait to see all of the highlights on Houston Life coming up at 1 o'clock. But yeah, the honey really helps Derek with the tea.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Let's try that one. All right, we'll see you guys at 1 o'clock. All right, Houston sports fans have a lot to cheer for. Not only are the Roughnecks on a 3-game winning streak, so are the Rockets. Coming up, who the Rockets will be facing for the first time tonight at Toyota Center and the extra incentive for fans to show up early. Plus, Houston rapper Travis Scott's latest business triumph, and this one does not involve music. The Houston Rockets are expecting a big crowd tonight as they take on the New York Knicks for the first time this season at Toyota Center. Tonight's game kicks off at 7 o'clock. The Rockets are currently on a 3-game winning streak and are looking to extend it to 4. Able to get a bobblehead from Houston's favorite rapper, Houston native Travis Scott. The first 3,000 fans will receive one of the collectibles. And speaking of Travis Scott, he's celebrating the release of his new Nike sneakers. The SB Dunk shoe was released Saturday and quickly sold out. The shoes cost about $150. If you missed out, they are scheduled to be re-released at Nike shops on February 29th. Big news for people looking forward to spring. Hasbro and Nerf are re-releasing its Super Soaker water guns. They're making 3 new models, in fact. Some of the differences are they will be more durable. And speaking of facts, did you know that the Super Soaker was invented by scientist Lonnie Johnson in 1990 while working for NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in California? It went on to be one of the best-selling toys out there. A big weekend at theaters, but it looks like kids still have control of what most people are watching. Sonic the Hedgehog zooms to the top of the weekend box office once again. The Sega video game adaptation earned $26.3 million in its second weekend. It was followed by the new Harrison Ford movie, Call of the Wild, with nearly $25 million. Birds of Prey, Bram's the Boy 2, and Bad Boys for Life round out the top 5. Getting a live look now at the Southwest Freeway on this gray, sort of rainy Monday afternoon. Britta will have a look at your forecast coming up in just a moment. Plus, what would you do for a box of Girl Scout cookies? Coming up next, what one football player did, and it was all caught on camera. It is Girl Scout cookie season, and everyone is craving those delicious Thin Mints, even XFL players. Take a look. St. Louis Battlehawks player Casey Sales traded a football for a box of those Thin Mints over the weekend. I can't say I blame him. Sales probably needed the cookies after the Battlehawks lost to the Houston Roughnecks the previous week, 28-24. Just saying.
That is a smart little girl, though.
That is some good marketing right there. Wait to
Can you imagine what she's going to be like when she's in her 30s?
I know.
Oh, she'll take on the world.
I know. Love it.
So, you know, we're still working through some rain at the coast, but we're starting to dry out. It's going to be a cloudy day, a few breaks of sunshine, but a nice warm up. We're going to stay in the 70s today. Winter's on the way, though, so enjoy the warmth while you have it. If you like the winter temps, don't worry, they're coming. 54 degrees by Wednesday, folks, and we're waking up to freezing temperatures Thursday and Friday morning.
Okay. All right, we'll be ready for it.
A little bit of a reality check.
Yeah, Britta, thank you. That's going to do for us here at Channel 2 News at noon. We'll see you again at 4 p.m. Have a great day.